Hey, it's me again, your local random hero again. Today is June the 4th, 2009, and it's about 7 and some change, right? Or I'm just going to say about 7:45. Yes, I'm up early this morning. I was just on the internet looking at some things, right? And the thing that I noticed is that the Supreme Court sits back here and try to tell this little boy, mother, right, that he cannot sit back here and read the Bible in class, basically, right? It goes down to the thing of this, right? What's it to him if he reads his Bible in class? You know? Me personally, I think that's what's wrong with the country anyway. It's the Supreme Court. But half of them personally I believe, half of them are sometimes Christians when they really shouldn't be. When they really shouldn't be on the court stand, you know? It's just you get a lot of high-powered people who who sits back here and just get paid for a job who shouldn't really be there, you know? And, you know, that's why you got a lot of corrupt politicians. You know, look at Elliot Spitzer sitting back here buying prostitutes. That's just moralist, you know. Bill Clinton, he was sitting back here cheating on his wife. Another moralist candidate, you know. But it goes down to the thing of what is this society really coming to? Is this society is really turning away from God and sitting back here turning more political? It's more, you know, I don't want to offend nobody. If me being a Christian offends people, good. Because overall, God comes first. I don't sit back here and think about this earth. You know, which a lot of people sit back here and try to come across like, well, you have to sit back here and worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow's not promised. The only thing that's promised is belief in God. God is going to be there. God was there before us. He's going to be there after us. As things pine out and drift on, you know, people tend to realize the truth. A lot of people, like I said, another one is like a lot of these, if you actually look at a lot of these things, right, down there in Florida, right, you had 14s who were sitting back here and sexually assaulted a little boy down there, right? If the parents, I say personally, people might sit back here and say, well, it don't have nothing to do with religion, but it has everything to do with religion, because if those kids were sitting back here brought up right, they wouldn't sit back here and do harm to another individual. I'm just, you know, I'm sitting back here, I'm speaking the truth from what I see. You know, just if people, like I said, a lot of people should have been brought up right by their parents, but evidently their parents was more of contemporary Christians. That's why I personally call a lot of people who sit back here and say, I believe in God, but, you know, not too heavy. You know, I believe in God, but as soon as it treads on what I truly believe, that's when I'm gonna sit back here and put an end to it. You know, my self-pleasures is more important than God, when it should not be that way. It should be when God is more important than your self-pleasures. But it just sit back here and shows society is turning away from God. But you can sit back here and get, you know, many politicians sit back here and say, well, you're wrong for saying this, you're wrong for saying that, you're wrong for saying this, you shouldn't say this, you know, church and state should be separated. No, I don't think so, because this government was founded on God. And if you look at the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, right, even on our money it says, in God we trust, right? They're not, and I don't get these whole things of like these basically it's just atheists sitting back here running around. But basically somebody stopped back and told me one time before, right? It was just the Antichrist just coming along. Right? If this is the beginning of the Antichrist, right? I know I won't be around too much longer. But this is your local random hero here speaking, and I will talk to y'all folks later. God bless. Bye.